All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Man, we are going to talk about Claressa Shields and Laila Ali as Laila Ali speaks out about their fight. Very interesting topic, and I'm telling you, man, I'm loving women's boxing right about now. This particular fight, though, I gotta say is a bit of a freak show, but let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. We are going to be in the women's boxing conversation today in this video. As you know, if you've not heard, I've done videos in the past that the #1 pound for pound woman in the world right now, Claressa Shields, is actively trying to get a fight with the daughter of the most legendary boxer in the history of the sport, Muhammad Ali. His daughter, Laila Ali, who is an undefeated fighter herself and really was one of the most pioneering women in the sport. Claressa Shields is trying to fight her. Now, before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new, thank you for your support, and thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks. I'm not going to be too nice to Claressa Shields in this particular video because, man, she's just trying some gamesmanship. And it's not a very good look in my personal opinion. Word was, and I saw the video myself, she said she had $15 million for Laila Ali to come out of retirement and to fight her. I don't know what weight class it would be, whether it would be at heavyweight, because right now I do believe Claressa Shields is the undisputed heavyweight champion. Laila Ali, I do believe, is bigger than Claressa Shields, so it probably would be in the heavyweight division. Obviously, this would be a very big fight, along the lines of the kind of big fights that Jake Paul has had, where Jake Paul fought Anderson Silva. Jake Paul fought, what was the name of the Nate Jones, not Nate Jones. What's the name of the basketball player? Used to played for many years, short guy. Anyway, beat guys that, made for big events with Jake Paul and the kind of the YouTube, the content creator vibe stuff, right? Now you got, matchups with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, all of those type of things, right? So clearly, Claressa Shields says, hey, man, let me try to jump on this bandwagon and become a part of this, celebrity boxing craze, this mismatch kind of freak show type fights that we got going on, including but not limited to, let me not forget, fights like when Francis Ngannou fought Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury. Just, a lot of that type of stuff has been going on in boxing. So Claressa Shields wants to take advantage of that and says, hey, man, I don't really have a big name fighter for her to fight, because that's a problem for Claressa Shields. She doesn't really have anybody to fight. I mean, she could fight like Shadeja Green, and there's other names out there. But most of the big fights are in women's boxing are in the smaller weight classes, around the lightweight, welterweight, around that weight right there, something that Claressa Shields really can't get down to. So she says, let me fight Laila Ali. She's got $15 million for it. Layla's attitude is very, very Ali-ish, and that is to say, look, I'll answer the question when I get good and ready to answer a question about this. I'm the A side of this. So it's going to run on my time. So she'll answer the question when she feels like answering the question, but nobody is calling any shots on her or telling her what she's going to do or taking any of that tone with her that Claressa Shields took, right? Which is that, hey, you asked for this money. I got this money. So now it's time to fight. Okay. Obviously, the biggest problem with this fight is the fact that Laila Ali is almost 50 years old. I believe she was born in 1977. I was born in 1969. I think she was born in 1977. So, she's she's close to my age. So close enough to my age to where she doesn't need to be getting into a boxing ring at dang near the age of 50 years old. So unfortunately for Claressa Shields, Laila Ali probably is not going to take that fight, even if she gets offered even if they found a way to pay her the $15 million. Because I don't know if Claressa Shields realized this or not, but Laila Ali is a very rich woman. First of all, she made a bunch of money in boxing herself. Number two, her father was an immensely wealthy man who, according to the records that I know of, left her a considerable amount of money. Also, there are some properties that I understand that they own out overseas that may actually, with the way that Africa is kind of in becoming more independent, may actually allow them to extract some of the money that he invested in those areas in the 1970s. So you're really talking about a woman that really, I mean, she doesn't want for anything. She doesn't want for money. So it's not somebody where she's going to jump out there and be like, oh yeah, man, this is going to set my life afire. You know, it's going to wind up being a lot of money in her pocket. But again, it's a woman that already has a lot of money in her pocket and is 50 years old and has not been in a boxing ring well over 20. I do believe in about 20 years. I think that's when the last time she was in a boxing ring, about 20 years ago. Now, my understanding is she says that she trains and all of that, but that's not really a fair type situation to try to put her in, to go in there with Claressa Shields, who is probably the greatest women fighter of all time. She has 2 Olympic gold medals. I think she's been undisputed 3 times in women's. There's just really nobody on a professional level that has accomplished the things, or women's boxing have accomplished the things that Claressa Shields has. So to have Laila Ali have to jump right up off the couch and go fight her, you know, the only saving grace for Laila Ali, in my personal opinion, would be the fact that Claressa Shields is not a big puncher. So it's not like Claressa Shields is going to be doing a whole lot of damage with the shots that she lands. But, you know, repeatedly landing on you, man, you know, she can wind up hurting you, you know. And Laila Ali, when she was fighting, was a talented fighter, very tall, long. And if she had fought Laila at the time that Laila was, you know, at her best, hey, who knows how that fight would have turned out? Because Laila, has got a lot of a laugh. I don't think she probably doesn't have it anymore because she's 47, but she has a great amount of actual athletic ability, fast hands. She's a heavy puncher. She's a big girl, but, you know, times move on, and this is just not one thing that you're probably going to see. Now, if it does happen, hey, man, I'll say I'm wrong in a second. Hey, I was wrong. Laila Ali took the money, got in there, and, you know, they made a big event. But I just don't see it happening. I see Laila Ali just continuing to do what she's doing and not giving Claressa Shields the opportunity to put the Ali name on her resume, because I believe that she takes that very, very seriously and isn't about to jump out there and sully her name, sully her family's name just off some cornball attempt to get some money. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out.